Hello. I hope that you're having a spectacular summer day and the time that we spend together, we're going to make it even a brighter one. I'm Dal Bartling, and I'm here at Storybook Island, located in Rapid City. It was founded in 1959 by a Merle Gunderson and a Rotary Club. And their mission, and they've been in operation for over 63 years. They've always had free admission in the summer, and they want to provide a free, safe, educational environment for those who are young in years and those who are young in heart. All of them to experience the power of imagination. The older I get, the more that I think that this is one powerful word, imagination. My parents always encouraged me to use my imagination. One way is that I would use the form of stories and books. You see, many a time I was asked to repeat a story that maybe I heard from my grandpa dad, or to give a book report after I read a book. Early in my life, I realized that I was different. You see, I have two names. One name was changed after I was 8 days old. My first name was Don Luis Martinez. And I can imagine what Don Luis would be doing. My other name was Edward Dow Bartling. You see, also, I was advanced a grade. Skipped a grade, if you would say. So always it seemed to me like I was the smallest boy in class. I was left-handed. I was Latino. I was born in Panama. I was adopted. And I had bronze skin compared to my pale adoptive mother. Yes, I was unique, and so was my imagination. For the first 12 years, I was the only child. No siblings. Oh yes, I did imagine them. And in fact, much later, I would find one sister, Norma, and two brothers, Roger and Pedro, in Panama. But for those first 12 years, I was what you would call a latchkey kid, staying home after school, even though Sergeant Major Bartling was the highest ranking NCO. He didn't make much money in the 50s. So my mother had to work outside the home, and she wasn't a degreed teacher then. So she had, for example, jobs such as a waitress, a non-union factory worker, a seamstress, just to name a few. Now, staying home, I would use my imagination and I would become Chef Boyardee and cook my homemade dinner. You see, during the weekend, we would take metal trays that we got from the Army mess hall and we would cover them after we put food in there with tinfoil. We made homemade TV dinners, which I would then cook, becoming Chef Boyardee. Yes, reading books taught me to use my imagination, painting in my mind a movie as I read the book pages. Books such as Call of the Wild, Jungle Book, Black Beauty, Tom Sawyer, God is My Co-Pilot, and much later in life, the Bible. And see you at the top. Kaizen, continuous improvement, 7 steps to effective people, and Not My First Rodeo. Also, of combining the story and the books, I become acquainted with Audible. I got to listen to the books. In fact, folks, when I go to bed, I will put on an Audible book for probably 15 minutes before I fall asleep, listening to a story and using my imagination. The power of imagination, I believe, was present when I played baseball as a kid, when playing pickup ball, not always choosing the best player, the best perceived player, but choosing a player and then encouraging him to use his imagination and encouraging him that today he is going to play the best game of his life. The power of imagination was present when I showed a young group of men how to serve their community in a very unique way. They were going to assist residents of an assisted living facility, and they would do it this way. They were going to go there and shine their shoes. And the time that we used to shine their shoes then was a time to visit and hear stories from the residents. Now, the different things that they used to shine the shoes, they were able to get from a local hardware store. They were donated. And later that night, they were featured, those boys, on the evening news of the local TV station. Imagination. Of course, with the help of others and mentors, I can know of, even currently, developing events and happenings that others aren't even thinking of. Imagination. These applications of my imagination and vision only came about, I'm sure, by the nurturing of my family, particularly my mother, who did become a school teacher and nurtured many, many, many students like myself to use their imagination and their vision. It's only fitting that we are here at Storybook Island, the place for those young in years and young at heart to experience that power of imagination. So, let me ask a question. How are you going to use your imagination? How are you going to nurture others to practice their imagination and vision? I can only imagine the different ways that you're going to come up with. And until we talk again, I want you to have, and I hope we've made it, a brighter summer day. And it is a good and godly day. For after all, how can it be a good day if it's not a godly day? You take care.